If you've been following the SoCHiology podcast since I launched it in 2021, you will be aware of the reverse psychology sub-series, which is basically unpopular Chicago opinions from Chicago. You will also be aware of the SAT, the SoCHiology awareness test, where I quiz random Chicagoans about different questions in regards to Chicago history and culture. Well, this Black History Month, I'm introducing the ChicaGOATS sub-series. This is basically a Black Chicago history blitz that details and gives brief summaries of different Black Chicagoans that lived in our city and did great things in their respective careers and left a huge impact not on the city but on the entire world. So without further ado, let's get into it. From Harold Washington to Harold's Chicken and everything in between and beyond, this is SoCHiology. If Thomas A. Dorsey was the godfather of gospel music, then Mahalia Jackson was the voice. Born on October 26, 1911, she was the granddaughter of enslaved grandparents. She was raised in poverty in New Orleans, Louisiana, and as early as the age of 12, it was clear that she had a powerful voice in the church when she joined the junior choir. And she played records by Bessie Smith and Ma Rainey, and she would listen to them for hours. She would move to Chicago in December 1928, and that's when she got involved with the Johnson Singers at Salem Baptist Church, which is one of the earliest gospel groups, and that's when she began receiving mentorship from Thomas A. Dorsey. And this collaboration would last for decades, and it will become iconic, even though at the moment they didn't know it yet. Her voice led to her being booked for many gigs around the city and the country, from funerals to political rallies and more. But she vowed to sing gospel music exclusively and refused to cross that line into secular music genres. Mahalia Jackson would eventually sing all over this country, as I just said, but not only that, all over the world as well. And she would sell over 22 million records in her singing career. Malcolm X said, quote, "She was the first Negro that made Negroes famous," end quote. Mahalia Jackson lived in the Chatham neighborhood on 83rd in Indiana, and she was heavily immersed in Chicago culture. She died in 1972 at the age of 60. She now rests at the Providence Memorial Park in Louisiana. And Mahalia Jackson's voice was extremely influential for many Black musicians that will follow her, male or female. They all have roots when it comes to Mahalia Jackson. If you enjoyed this podcast, I ask for two things and I will love you forever. Number one, please engage with us on social media. So like, share, subscribe, and comment on whatever platform you're listening to it on. And number two, please make sure you pass it on to a friend who will enjoy it as well.